The choice exercise of the NHS pension scheme will start in the first quarter of 2010. Simply put, the choice exercise is the opportunity for all current members of the NHS scheme, or those who are in the old scheme, to consider whether they wish to transfer all of their pension benefits, all those benefits that they've built up since they've been working in the NHS, into the new NHS scheme. That is the one with the normal pension age of 65. Everybody in the current scheme will have this choice whether they wish to transfer or not. Now, the choice exercise will start in the first quarter of 2010. In Scotland and in Northern Ireland, the whole choice exercise will only take 3 or 4 months because of the smaller numbers within those schemes. But in the England and Wales schemes, with between 1.3 and 1.4 million members, we're having to do the choice exercise in a staged way over approximately 3 years. The first group that will be contacted will be those over the age of 50, or those closest to retirement. Those who are very close to retirement, within a year or so, will be contacted in the first tranche. Those under the age of 50 will be contacted in the second stage of the choice exercise. What we'll do geographically is work around the country in areas geographically one at a time, so that the numbers are actually manageable. This is a very important choice, and everybody should gather as much information as they can and consider the information that they will be sent before making a decision about whether they wish to transfer into the new scheme or remain in the existing or current scheme. Now, once you receive that pack, you'll have approximately 3 or 4 months at most to make the decision as to whether you wish to transfer or remain in the current scheme. Now, the default position, if you ignore the pack or don't send it back or don't respond in any way, is that you will remain in the current scheme. If you read the information and decide that you do not wish to transfer, you can either then do nothing, or you can send the form back with a firm tick in the no box. It's only those people who consciously decide they wish to transfer into the new scheme and send the form back with a tick in the yes box that will actually be transferred into the new scheme. So again, the default position is that you will stay in the current scheme. But if you wish to transfer after seeking good quality independent financial advice, you will need to send the form back with the yes box ticked. Now, each member of the current scheme will receive what will be called a choice pack, and in that pack there will be information on the amount of current pension benefits that each individual will have built up, and potentially what those pension benefits could look like if you transfer into the new scheme, but recognizing it will have a normal pension age of 65 as compared to the current scheme with a normal pension age of 60. This is a very important decision that each one of us will have to make who are members of the scheme, as once you transfer into the new scheme or stay in the current scheme, you have a one-off single choice that will be non-reversible. So once you have that information, you need to consider it seriously and, if necessary, seek independent financial advice. Now, when you receive the choice pack, many of us will want more information or guidance or advice on this important decision about whether to transfer or not. The first place I'd advise you go is to the BMA Pensions Department website. On there's some very good information, clearly written, on how, on looking at the choices between the new scheme and the current scheme. It will also have some web links to the NHS Pension Agency website, which has further explanations and further types of information about this important choice. We would also recommend, however, that each individual seeks independent financial advice looking at their particular personal circumstance. We will, in a few weeks, be putting on the BMA website a PowerPoint presentation with a voiceover explaining the slides that will go into more detail about the new scheme, the current scheme, and this important choice of whether people wish to transfer or stay within the current NHS scheme.